If it walked, hopped, swam, crawled, slithered, had eyes, a mama and a dad, don't eat it.
Tonight, great advice from Chicago's Commissioner of Public Health. He's one of the few public officials in the whole country who really is supporting a plant-based diet. Oh, Michelle Obama is kind of. Well, anyway, a new movie about to hit theaters will open your eyes to why more and more people are saying no to meat and other animal protein. Forks Over Knives makes a great case for eating your veggies.
Eating whole foods, it's virtually impossible to be protein deficient without being calorie deficient, because even if you take the foods that have the least amount of protein in it, let's say potatoes, for example, or rice, 8-9%. Well, that's the figure we more or less need.
Forks Over Knives features incredible before and after stories of people who'd suffered from heart disease, diabetes, other illnesses, turning their lives around with a healthier, plant-based diet. That means fruits, veggies, nuts, and grains. Straight out to my good buddy, Gene Baur, president and co-founder of Farm Sanctuary and author of Farm Sanctuary, Changing Hearts and Minds About Animals and Food, an amazing book. Gene, this movie, Forks Over Knives, is as much about people living longer, healthier lives as it is about having compassion for animals, right?
That's absolutely right. Most people don't think very much about where their food comes from, and most are unfortunately supporting a very abusive system. So this is a great movie. It talks about changing how we eat in a healthy way and eating plants instead of animals, which can save our lives as well as saving animal lives.
One of the people featured in Forks Over Knives is a 55-year-old man who was diagnosed with dangerously high cholesterol and type 2 diabetes. Check out his daily regimen.
This is my daily pill regimen. I got 2 pills I take for my diabetes. Then I got 1 for cholesterol, 1 for high blood pressure. And I know it makes me tired, and I just don't feel normal. I only sleep 4 hours a night or so. I just hate taking them.
Joey switched to a plant-based diet for 22 weeks and had a dramatic turnaround, lost 28 pounds, went from 9 pills to 2 shots per day to 0. And Forks Over Knives shows his amazing transformation. Tell us about the connection between cholesterol, high cholesterol, and eating too much meat.
Well, there's no cholesterol in plant foods, and the only way that we consume cholesterol is by eating animal foods. So obviously we take out the animal foods, we also take out the cholesterol. It's healthier, it makes more sense. And, the system that raises our food today also is very environmentally taxing. It takes a lot more resources to produce animal foods as opposed to plant foods. So this is a great movie. It'll open many people's eyes and hopefully clear up their veins and improve their lives as well.
Well, you're absolutely right. In fact, meat production is the single biggest cause of global warming, far beyond transportation, according to a report by the United Nations. Don't take our word for it. Google meat production, UN report, global warming, and it'll all come up. Why is that, Gene?
Well, to raise animals for food, we first raise a lot of grain and then harvest the grain, and that takes a lot of fossil fuels, a lot of fertilizer, a lot of water and other land resources. And then we harvest that, we feed that to animals, and these animals are raised under horrible factory farm conditions, and then they're slaughtered, and then they're consumed. Now, if we just ate those plants directly, it would save a lot of resources, it would be healthier, it would prevent a lot of animal suffering, too.
Why do you think meat is important in our diet?
Protein.
Protein.
A lot of protein.
We need protein, don't we? We can't live without protein.
But what Forks Over Knives points out, has anybody ever been diagnosed with a protein deficiency? What is this protein thing that we're sold?
Well, it's really a myth that we need to eat animal foods for protein. It's also a myth that we need to drink dairy products to get calcium. We can get everything we need by eating plants instead of animals. I've been a vegan since 1985 and have always gotten everything I've needed nutritionally.
Absolutely. And I've been a vegan for 15 years? I get all the calcium I need. I get all the protein I need. Nobody has ever accused me of not having enough energy.
That's for sure. Man. Same here.
Great seeing you, Gene. And your work at Farm Sanctuary, amazing. Check out Forks Over Knives.